We are tracking breaking news out of Lexington, the latest on a homicide that ended at an intersection.
And, we had a little boy in there. Anything could have happened. I'm saying? I'm glad it didn't happen, but thank God.
A Lexington father talks with us about a bullet that came flying through a front window.
Cold temperatures are settling into the area tonight, and they'll hold on again for tomorrow. But overall, as we head into Thanksgiving, a warming trend is coming.
WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
Thanks for staying up with WKYT. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Lexington police and the Fayette County coroner are on the scene of a homicide. They went out to the intersection of Kent and Cabot Drives just after 8 tonight. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is live on this scene where she just spoke to the coroner. Hillary, what is the coroner telling you?
Kristen, the coroner tells us an 18-year-old Lexington man is dead after what is being investigated as a homicide out here. Now, it is still an active investigation out here where we are. Just behind us at the corner of Kent Drive and Cabot Drive, police are working to piece together everything, trying to figure out what led to this young man's death. Now, this is all taking place, as I mentioned, at the corner of Cabot and Kent Drive, which is just down the road from Mary Todd Elementary School. Investigators say when they got to a vehicle that was found at the corner of Cabot and Kent Drive, the 18-year-old man was found unresponsive in the driver's seat. The Fayette County coroner says he was then called out just after 8:30 this evening, pronounced the man, who he says is from here in Lexington, dead here at the scene. The coroner says they are handling this as a homicide investigation.
It does appear that another person has taken this young person's life. There is injuries, and the way he's positioned in the vehicle at this time, we're not able to see what type of injuries. There is a fairly large amount of blood, so we do believe it is a head injury.
Police have been out here investigating for a little more than 2 hours now. They did just set up their mobile command post within the past 30 minutes. At this point, there's no word on any possible suspects. The Fayette County coroner says he plans to release the name of this 18-year-old victim in about an hour or so. For now, live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Hillary, thank you. Now on to our top story. Lexington police are also investigating 2 shots fired incidents. The first happened on Cove Lake Drive. Police say someone fired shots into an apartment complex. The second happened a few minutes later on Winter Park Drive. There, the homeowner tells us a bullet came through a window on their family's front door. Earlier today, Hillary Thornton talked to the victims. She has our top story at 11.
The first call came from an apartment here along Cove Lake Drive, where police say someone shot into the building before leaving the area in a black vehicle. Just shortly after that shots fired call into that apartment on Cove Lake, police were called for another shots fired, this time into a home here on Winter Park Drive.
We didn't know what the noise was at first. Kind of scared us. We didn't know what was going on. And we seen the hole in the door, and the neighbor told us that some guy had walked up with a shotgun and just shot the door.
The gunshot going through the middle of the family's front door, making its way back into their kitchen, where the couple says it went through a cabinet and burst the pipe underneath their kitchen sink.
I couldn't believe that somebody in broad daylight would just come up to the door and shoot the door.
Thankful everyone is okay, including their 2-year-old son. Those living in the home say they are unsure what the shooter was doing, but say they believe he was possibly looking for their teenage nephew.
Man, we had a little boy in there. Anything could have happened. I'm glad it didn't happen, but thank God.
As Duggins and his girlfriend clean up the mess left behind, they say they are still in disbelief at the brazen attack on their home, just about a mile from the apartment that was also targeted.
Shoots the door with a shotgun, walks across the street, gets in the car, and rides off. It's crazy, man. Great.
Now, just a few minutes after all of this played out, police did find what they believe to be the suspect vehicle near the intersection of Squires Road and Richmond Road. 2 people were taken into custody to talk with police. In Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Police have not said if the 2 shootings are connected or if they've arrested anyone. We are tracking a developing story involving a threat at a middle school in Lexington. New tonight, Fayette County school leaders say they have identified the student responsible for some threatening graffiti. The student found the message in a restroom at Edith J. Hayes Middle School Friday. The principal sent a letter to parents tonight saying he's taken disciplinary action and that normal activities will resume Monday. Police in Franklin County are investigating 2 shootings that sent 3 people to the hospital. Frankfort police say the first shooting happened around 1:50 this morning on St. Clair Street. Emergency crews rushed 2 people to Frankfort Regional Medical Center for non-life-threatening injuries. The second shooting happened around the same time at University Lodge on East Main Street. We're told crews there took 1 person to the hospital, also with non-life-threatening injuries. Police do not believe the 2 shootings are related, and they have not released any descriptions of the shooters. State police are looking into what caused a serious crash this afternoon in Rowan County. Troopers say 23-year-old Michelle Gully from Flemingsburg was heading north on Highway 158 when she lost control and hit a tree. We're told she's at UK Hospital in critical condition. The cold air has settled into the bluegrass, and it is sticking around for the start of the work week. WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell has an early look at the forecast.
We are already bottoming out in many locations here in central Kentucky, Kristen, in the low 20s. That is some pretty tough stuff. Look at these readings. You go into Frankfort, Mount Sterling, 21, 22 degrees. Here in Lexington, we're kind of wedged in the middle there with a 23-degree reading. So we're all over it right now. A little bit warmer to our south and east, but everybody getting in on the chill out there at the moment. We look at our Defender network, and what we're going to see is a little bit of cloud cover holding on in eastern Kentucky. Everybody else all in the clear. Well, that's allowed us to rapidly cool off through the evening hours and especially here at night. Once that sun set, that was it. We were going, and we were going in a hurry, and that's where we are and will continue to be through the overnight. So we go through the day tomorrow. Look as we get into the afternoon and evening, a little bit warmer compared to what we had today. We had daytime highs in the low and mid 30s in most locations today. Tomorrow, we're probably around 40, 43 degrees, maybe a little warmer for a few of you, with plenty of sunshine out there. Deceiving sunshine, but still, we're going to have it. We'll track the rest of the week, which will include some warmer temperatures coming up in just a few minutes.
This afternoon, firefighters in Lexington dealt with a chimney fire that caused some minor damage to a home. The fire broke out at a house on Clifford Circle. Firefighters say if you haven't cleaned out your chimney this year, now is the time to do it.
This time of year, if you can't remember the last time you had your chimney serviced or cleaned, it's a good time to go ahead and have that done. That way you don't have any possibility of an accidental fire.
Firefighters say debris can build up inside the chimney, and fires in the fireplace can cause the debris in the chimney to ignite. The drop in temperatures also means a lot of families are pulling winter coats out of closets for the first time this year. If you find some of those coats no longer fit, or that you have a few older ones you won't wear this year, there's a Lexington homeless shelter that wants them. Volunteers from God's Net on East 7th Street in Lexington are looking for donations for the 1,500 homeless people they serve. They are in most need of blankets, socks, and coats.
Our community is so compassionate and understands the fact that if they give these items, they are going directly to people who need them. And no one wants to turn their back on those in need.
Donations can be dropped off Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. God's Net is also collecting gently used toys for their annual Christmas store. Christmas is right around the corner, and several stores are getting ready for the holiday season. Here are some Christmas trees on sale at the Beaumont Kroger in Lexington. The store is just one of several selling trees right now. Investigators arrested more than a dozen people during raids in Belgium today. That's where police believe a terror suspect who escaped after the Paris attacks may be hiding. CBS's Tina Kraus is in Paris.
Streets were shut down as Belgian police conducted multiple raids in and around Brussels Sunday.
In total, 16 persons were arrested. The investigating judge will decide tomorrow about their possible further detention.
Officials say Paris terror suspect Salah Abdeslam is still on the run. The city remains on high alert. Mohammed Abdeslam says he thinks his brother decided at the last moment not to go through with the attack. 7 terrorists died in Paris, including Brahim Abdeslam, a third brother, who blew himself up outside a bar.
Parisians are still bringing flowers to a memorial at the Bataclan Theater, where 89 rock fans lost their lives. They were here to see the American band Eagles of Death Metal.
Band members told Vice News about that night.
The killers were able to get in and killed every one of them, except for a kid who was hiding under my leather jacket.
The killers got in your dressing room?
Yeah.
Wow.
People were playing dead, and they were so scared. A great reason why so many were killed is because so many people wouldn't leave their friends.
At a church service near the Bataclan, the priest urged people to embrace love, not violence.
I've been praying a lot since last week. I've been praying a lot for the victims, for their family.
While Paris is still grieving, the city is slowly coming back to life. Tina Kraus, CBS News, Paris.
130 people died in the attacks and nearly 200 remain hospitalized. Today marks 52 years since President John F. Kennedy died. The president and first lady were in Texas for a campaign tour ahead of the 1964 general election, and President Kennedy was shot during a procession. He died a short time later at Parkland Memorial Hospital. Police arrested Lee Harvey Oswald after the shooting. Nightclub owner Jack Ruby shot and killed Oswald on live TV 2 days later. A Lincoln County grand jury has indicted 2 people for a string of summer burglaries. The Advocate Messenger reports 34-year-old Eric Blackwell and 24-year-old Eileen Berry each face 5 counts of burglary and 5 counts of theft, more than $500. Blackwell and Berry are accused of breaking into homes and taking hundreds of dollars of items from each house. The burglaries happened between August 26th and September 7th. A traffic stop led to several arrests in Whitley County this weekend. Deputies saw a Ford Ranger drive over railroad tracks and turn onto the highway without signaling. We're told they pulled the driver over and found needles, a spoon, and scales inside the truck. They also found several plastic bags containing a substance believed to be crystal meth and 4 bags containing 15 pills each. Deputies arrested 24-year-old Joshua Gibson, 31-year-old Joshua Hubbard, and 21-year-old Jessica Smith. New tonight, a Laurel County High School student is helping children smile this holiday season. Keaton Sizemore is a junior at South Laurel High School. He's collecting teddy bears and stuffed animals for the project Embracing Babies Forever. Those animals go to the Laurel County Sheriff's Office. Deputies give them to children who need comfort in difficult situations.
And it gives them something to cuddle, something for them to squeeze, and it takes their mind off the serious incident that's occurred.
If you want to donate, you can take stuffed animals of all shapes and sizes to the Laurel County Sheriff's Office. A Lexington tattoo parlor is donating proceeds tomorrow to an organization that helps cancer patients. Tattoo Charlie's is participating in the 5th annual Tattoos Against Cancer fundraiser. For a minimum donation of $20, the shop on New Circle Road will give donors some new ink. All proceeds go to Megan's Mountain, an organization that helps provide support services to children with cancer.